What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. It is Sunday, March the 1st, 2020. We are in the third month of 2020, and what a year of news it has been so far. This past week, we got all kinds of news to get into. Let's just get into it. As always, the first link below will take you over to the Blogspot post. That's where you can find all of this madness. First off, we got our first coronavirus death in the United States. Happens in Washington State. Man in his 50s, underlying health conditions, and if you got a chance to see Donald Trump's news conference earlier, I guess yesterday, spent 5 minutes talking about our progress in Afghanistan and talking about what great narcissism. All it was. I don't understand how people can't say. Anyway, let's move on. I got all kinds of stuff to get. From The Guardian, we got U.S. confirms 2 new coronavirus cases without links to travel. I guess we're talking about community spread, huh? How did these people get it? They didn't travel anywhere. As it stands at this hour, 85,994 total confirmed cases in the world, 2,941 deaths. In the United States, it's being reported there are 68 cases. Of course, we've had 1 death. I've got a lot of other news. Top health officials warn coronavirus spread appears inevitable in the United States. This from The Hill. When did this come out? On the 25th. Life Science puts this out. U.S. isn't remotely prepared to test for coronavirus, experts say. Yeah, they're talking about these probable cases now. I don't know what's going on with this testing stuff, but I'll put a link to that. Trump says coronavirus will disappear one day like a miracle. President Trump seems to think everything's going to be just fine and it's just going to go away, and I'm sorry, that from you politics. There is other news going on in this country. It's a terrible day. Milwaukee and 6 dead after former employee goes on shooting rampage at Milwaukee Brewery. That from RT. And Joe Biden seems to think 150 million Americans died from gun violence since 2007. So half the country was killed in gun violence since 2007. Okay. How major U.S. stock indexes fared on Friday. Last week, if you watched the markets, you know it was a bloodbath. Now, on Friday, the Dow only fell 357 points to end the week 3,583 points down. 12% drop in the Dow. It's hard to believe that last week we were talking about possibility of Dow 30,000. Now it's Dow 25,000. However, if you watched the last hour of trading on Friday, the Dow was down over 1,000, and then within the span of a minute, it went from 1,000 down to 350 down. Somebody injected some. Did anyone else catch that? We were watching it on GLP. It was just like amazing. Somebody did something somewhere. Someone did not want that number below 25,000. I'll just put it that way. Anyway, I'll put a link to the market recap. $5 trillion wiped off the world stocks amid fastest collapse in history. Yes, since the Great Depression, this is the fastest drop in history. Put a link to that from Zero Hedge. Coronavirus threatens the sudden global economy. The global economy with sudden stop. This from the Telegraph. Yo, no crap, right? Crazy amount of requests. Private jet demand soars as elites flee Asia mid-pandemic. It's good if you're in the private jet business. Is that why CEOs of 3 world's biggest companies resign in a single day? I don't know. I'll put a link to this. And we got Donald Trump. The coronavirus. He tweeted this out as the drop was happening on Monday. 1,000+ points down on the Dow. The coronavirus is very much under control in the U.S. We are in contact with everyone. He says, stock market starting to look very good to me. The Dow was down 1,000 points when he tweeted this out. I don't understand this logic at all. And you say, well, maybe he's just trying to reassure people. Okay, over to New World Order and police state news. Let's just go. We got House approves bill banning flavored tobacco products. This 1 day ago from MSN via The Hill. I guess they're going to tell you what you can and cannot. You know more of that. Wisconsin students told to cover their Second Amendment T-shirts depicting firearms. How dare you? We got ZNet puts this out. Don't worry, Alexa and friends only record you 19 times a day. Do you have one of these devices in your home? Do you have a smart anything in your home? More the same. We got Bernie Sanders says illegal immigrants are entitled to the same governmental benefits as citizens. Really? Put a link to that. Meanwhile, Bill Gates. Now here's some more coronavirus stuff. Bill Gates, coronavirus may be the once-in-a-century pathogen we've been worried about. Yeah, you're looking a little older there, Bill Gates. Would you like to see your pandemic play out before you die? I bet you would, you sick bastard. You're behind it all, aren't you? I'm sure you have a hand in it. And one from IntelliHub. Rockefeller plan details government takeover through pandemic martial law. Over to World War III news. We got you shouldn't be there. World War III fears as Russia sends cruise missile-laden warships in Syria, warning Turkey its offensive will end badly. I got to catch my breath. This after 33 Turkish soldiers killed in Idlib. I'll put a link to this from the BBC. As soldiers arrive for Defender 2020, European infrastructure will be tested. This from the Army Times. I guess there's a big thing about to go down, big drill going on over there. Iran's new guided rocket kit is really bad news for Israel. Put a link to this fear piece from, I don't know, the National Interest. I think I got another one from North Korea. Could be the World War III trigger that we feared all along. Tell me something I don't know. Put a link to that. And one from RT. Trump announces U.S.-Taliban peace deal. Path forward to end war in Afghanistan. Good luck with that. We're over to Earth changes in 2012 news now. We had a magnitude 5.2 in Indonesia on the 29th. I got it set up for the past week, 5 points plus. You can see the quakes here. We had a 6.0 out of Indonesia on the 26th. I'll put a link to this map here. Cool map. You want to play around with it. It's got earthquakes and volcanoes, stuff like that going on. Nothing too big this week. Blood snow appears in Antarctic Peninsula on February 26th. Check this out. They got a video of the blood snow. I guess it's not going to play. I'll put a link to that. Hundreds of dolphins wash up on French beaches, say reports on the 226th. This from Sputnik. Put a link to that. RT puts this out brightly. Burning meteor lights up the sky blue across the heavens. Where was this at? This is Arizona on, what's the date? 2 days ago. Put a link to that from RT. Stuff falling out of the sky. Meanwhile, biggest cosmic explosion ever detected. Left huge dent in space. That doesn't sound good. That from The Guardian. Put a link to that. And one more. NASA stares into dark, freaky pit on Mars. Who should stare long into the abyss, it shall stare into you. Something like that. Over to strange and bizarre news. Maxine Waters says Crips and Bloods in the hood have more integrity than Trump. That's right, motherfucker. Put a link to that from Breitbart. We got Yahoo Entertainment. Let's see. Parents of 14-year-old son says he is addicted to video games, terrorizes the house when he doesn't get what he wants. Time to kick your ass out the house, eh? Woman says meth found in her vagina is not hers. How did that get there? What are you talking about? That's not mine. And we got woman urinates alcohol without drinking due to so much yeast in her bladder. I don't even want to think about that. Pitbull turns violent, bites man's lip off. You got to check out that video. He's all trying to say, give me a kiss. Ow! Take your lip off. From The Sun, we got woman 25 goes blind after getting her eyeballs tattooed black to copy rapper in Poland. Again, same as last week. You stupid bitch. What is wrong with people? For all other news, please check my favorite videos. I have favorited quite a few videos this week. We got one over there from Monograph. He's linking to this video where Pompeo says he cannot say whether the coronavirus is a hoax. Monty, shout out to Monty. You've been doing great work on the coronavirus. I've caught some of your live streams. Definitely check out my favorites. All kinds of good stuff over here. Fresh news. I'm always favoriting stuff. And shout outs this week. I got to put a shout out to TheShowmebby, who has activated Operation Overwatch. Please check out his video. It's about 10 minutes long. He's calling for everyone to report what you're seeing in your area. If you see anything out of the ordinary, if you see military movement, if you see FEMA camps being set up, anything, please break out your camera, make videos. We're bringing back over Operation Overwatch. TheShowmebby has activated it. Check out his video. That's all I got for the Jericho report. If you like this report, please consider supporting me on Patreon or with PayPal. Thank you to the person last week who sent me a donation. Much appreciated. I want to show you something. I have been doing the Jericho report for a lot of years. I've always had a couple ads on the Blogspot. They never really made a lot of money, but in recent days, my ads are being shut down by Google AdSense. MakeHayElectric.blogspot.com is where the Jericho report is hosted. Apparently, I am in violation. We have found policy violations. They will not tell me what these policy violations are, but I'm in violation. They are shutting down all monetization of the Jericho report. The video, of course, should have no ads on it. If you do see ads on this video, they're not from me. I'm not getting paid in any way, shape, or form. So, if you like the report, please consider supporting the Jericho report. It takes a lot of time to put this together every week. These reports will always be free, but please consider supporting. You can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Gab for the latest news and information. I'm tweeting stuff out. If somebody's got a live show, I'll tweet that out. Breaking news, anything like that's going on. Please rate the report. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you think it sucks. It's the worst of YouTube. You never want to see you again. Please rate, though. It does help it move around. Also share it. And wow, what a packed report. What a week. What a drop in the markets. Shout out to everybody on GLP. I hung out in the Dow Doom threads all week. We were just going back and forth. My F5 key is about worn out. Shout out to my friends over on GLP. What's going to happen next week? Now we got the first reported case of coronavirus death in the United States. Are the market's going to drop another 2,000-3,000 points? I don't know, but it's going to be crazy to watch. We talk about this stuff for years, but it is crazy insane to actually see it happening, isn't it? Anybody else feel a little on edge? Check your preps. Make sure you're prepared for anything, people. You guys take care. Stay safe. I will see you on the next one.